Hey guys, what's up? With the new release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I thought maybe why don't we talk about it today? So yeah, today we're gonna be talking about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, after a long time, it's finally out. I actually didn't realize it's been released until I saw articles of it, a lot of it. And no, I have not bought it at all. There's no way I could just buy it that fast. Maybe I'll buy it the next 2 weeks, maybe the next week. But anyways, think of this episode as something like a mini review. I'm just gonna look at what I see and I'm gonna review it a bit. And when I get the game next time, I'll review it for real. Just think of this like a mini review, you know? Alright, so let's start. So, what I'm gonna buy is just Violet and not Scarlet. Why? Because from what I can see of Scarlet, it's just much worse. The version exclusives for Violet is just much better. For example, Miraidon. Miraidon is just generally much better than Coridon. Miraidon is much more futuristic and the color is so good. And the typing is also much better as well, if I'm not wrong. And next is Ceruledge. Ceruledge is a version exclusive of Pokemon Violet. The design is also much better than Armor Rouge, if I'm not wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it. And the typing is much better. The attacks are much better. And overall, it's just much more viable. Now, I usually buy both games. Like for example, Pokemon Sword and Shield, I usually buy both. For example, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I also buy both. But this one, I'm just gonna buy one because the second game, the quote unquote second game, is just much better. Now this is weird because usually in Pokemon games, the quote unquote first game is better, which is like for example, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now Pokemon Sword is usually much better because the legendary is much cooler, much better design. But in this one, it's actually the opposite. The quote unquote second one is much better. So yeah, I think this is a first. Anyways, there's a lot of new things and a lot of new Pokemons. I think this is one of the most the region with the most new Pokemons. I think there's already been more than 50, if I'm not wrong, 50 new Pokemon. I think this is a lot because of the new Pokemon. These new Pokemon are the Paradox Pokemon. I'm still not sure what they are because I really don't want to spoil myself or you guys if you guys haven't played it. So what I know is that there's these Paradox Pokemon, and these Pokemon they don't have any names. Some Paradox Pokemon they have names such as like Iron Valiant, Great Tusk, Scream Tail, Roaring Moon. I'm not sure if all of them's Paradox Pokemon. I just looked it up and I was looking through an article of all the new Pokemon and they're like at the bottom of the list. I'm not sure if they are, but yeah, they're also new Pokemons and they have no specific names such as like Miraidon, Coridon. No, their name is just like quote unquote titles. So yeah. Anyways, one of the worst new Pokemon for me and for everyone else, I think, is the Dunsparce. Yeah, you heard that right. The Dunsparce. You've heard of the Pokemon Dunsparce, but now there's Dunsparce. It doesn't get any cooler. Whatever hope you might imagine of Dunsparce getting an evolution, throw that out the window right now because it is so dumb. All right, it's dumb. You remember Dunsparce, the fat snake thing, the useless one that you've probably never even used in your party forever. Now the thing is, this evolution it doesn't get any cooler. It only gets another segment in its body and another pair of wings. I can't really seem to explain it to you guys because it's really I just can't explain it because really nothing changed. Nothing changed at all. And I can't even be angry of this. I don't even know whether to be sad or to cry or to even laugh at this. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do with this Pokemon. And what kind of name is the Dunsparce? Really, what is that? So, continuing, there are a lot of predictions of the game that is correct. Yeah, and there's also a lot of good news and a bit of bad news, I guess. First things first, we're just gonna get through some of them. Sprigatito, it turned bipedal. Yeah, the predictions are right. Fuecoco broke the Chinese zodiac theory, which is something I mentioned long ago, which is that all the fire type starters are connected to the Chinese zodiac, which is the 12 animals. The monkey, rabbit, snake, dragon, ox, tiger, dog, pig, sheep, and just basically 12 animals, all right? But Fuecoco did not follow the Chinese zodiac theory, meaning that the theory is bust. It's not real anymore. It's finally broken, which is sad, really, really sad. Fuecoco turned into a crocodile, if I'm not wrong, so it really just broke the Chinese zodiac theory. Unless you want to think about a crocodile being a snake, then yeah, sure. But Quaxley, uh yeah, if you like Quaxley long ago, just don't 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 choose it, all right? Because it sucks a lot. It's disgusting now. It transformed from a cute duck to a disgusting humanoid duck. If you really just want to check that out, just check that out yourself. I'm not even gonna describe it. It's disgusting. Next, Lechonk, you know that cute pig Pokemon? Well, it turned emo, and now there's a humanoid spider. Yeah, don't ask why or how. Anyways, for me, for now, I'm just gonna call it man spider. There you go. And there's a lot of new bug Pokemons, cool ones as well. I saw one that looks a lot like that Genesect. It looks very, very cool with that jet black design. I love it. I absolutely love it. Anyways, I think I forgot to add this. Between the three starters, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley, the best is Fuecoco, so just choose that, right? The Sprigatito design, the final evolution, is just I don't really like it. Quaxley's one, I really hate it. Fuecoco, I'm on the better spectrum of this, but I don't like really really love it. But it's on the better spectrum. So yeah, Fuecoco is also much more viable, and it's just much better in the game. It's it has an advantage if I'm not wrong, like 6 out of 8 gyms, which is amazing. So yeah, just try that out. Just choose Fuecoco if you ever want to play. Anyways, we also got a Paldean Wooper, or as people like to call it, Pooper, is here. And for me, it's amazing. It's amazing. It looks really cute, and it has a new evolution. And it's not Quagsire, it's Claude-sire. And it does not look like Quagsire at all. But is it as cute? Yes, definitely, it's as cute. They've also added a salt Pokemon, which the name is actually really cool. If I'm not wrong, it's something like Knackle, something I Knackle, Knackly. So it's Nacli. That's for the first one, if I'm not wrong. And it's really cool. At all of the evolutions, they have NaCl, which is, if you know chemistry, is salt, sodium chloride, which is really, really cool. Yeah, they've added a salt Pokemon. It's really cool. You should check that out. Nacli. Just search that up in Google. It's really cute. Really cool. Another thing is they added another tadpole Pokemon. So yeah, as if we need more. They've also added another bird Pokemon, which obviously we know they are. I forgot what the name is, but well, it's a bird Pokemon. Anyways, like I said before, they've also added a lot of weird new Pokemons without names, just titles. And they also added Wiglet and Wugtrio. To me, a ripoff of the iconic Diglett. They've also added so much more new Pokemon. A lot. And if I were to explain all of them, this would take more than an hour. It would take more than 2 hours if I actually went deep into it. Yeah, and one of my prediction is right. Terastal, translation is the new effect, quote unquote effect in this Paldea region. And it is right that Miraidon and Koraidon has connections with past and present. Koraidon being the past, such as Professor Sada being like you wearing caveman outfits, and Professor Turo wearing futuristic, and Rhydon is being like a futuristic kind of Pokemon. Yeah, and like I said before, there's really, really, really a lot of things that I haven't really said, but yeah, there's quite a lot. But I can't do it right now because I really want to make it this a short video. Just like I said, a mini review, a mini one telling you about what you should know about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Anyways, it looks absolutely amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. And now you can also go co-op with a lot of new players with your friends or whatever. But let's hope Nintendo gives us a discount for Nintendo Online, I guess, because Nintendo Online is not easy, all right? I mean, it's kind of easy, I guess, but it's not really that worth it, if you ask me. Let's just hope maybe Nintendo gives us a discount for the Nintendo Online so that we can play online with our friends. Anyways, this kind of online is not the same thing as the one in Pokemon Sword and Shield. In there, we just use online so that we can see people like, oh, look, he's traveling around, yeah. But no, you can't like catch Pokemon together or whatever. I mean, yeah, you can in raids, but not like in the overworld kind of thing. But in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, if I'm not wrong, you can do that. You can go around with your friends in the same world and catch Pokemons together, which is just plainly amazing. Like I said, there's also the new Paradox Pokemon, which looks absolutely cool. Iron Valiant looks a lot like what's that? What's that? What's the Pokemon? It looks very similar to a Pokemon, which I really really like. Gallade. It looks a lot like Gallade. It looks very, very cool. So I'm guessing that a lot of the other Paradox Pokemon is also much cooler. Anyways, yeah, I think that's all. Like I said, if I buy the game and I completed it, I'll make another episode, a full thing, or a full review. But for now, that's all. I hope you guys liked it, and see you next week. Goodbye.